Yeah, it's weird here because you guys, it's for all you guys, it's the AM, isn't it? The morning, and here I'm 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
oh, well into the day, well into
the day now. Yeah,
yeah,
very
but
deep.
I mean, I want to add the baggage claim is a dope song, like you said, Kareem. You know the way y'all cleaned it up. The one that y'all cleaned it up in the end is. But I mean, I caught all the metaphors, like the Samsonite, the one strap versus the 2-strap Jan Sport is like I felt like that De La Soul Saturday song.
Yeah.
Saturday. It reminds me of that, like reminiscent, a specific song for a specific time, like like good travel music, man. Well done. Yeah.
Yo, so it's 10 o'clock. Y'all ready to do like a official drink? Y'all want to make it look kind of professional a bit, and let's pretend like we're professionals for a day.
Hey, whatever you can get out of me in this car, I love it. So,
hey, yo,
we're back.
Before we go on, is it okay if I smoke off to the side every now and then?
Oh, you right on camera. You ain't even got to be off to the side.
Oh, good.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you.
Absolutely a hangout, man.
I've got no kids this afternoon or for the rest of the day and evening, so you know.
Yo, I wish I had something to twist. I wish I had something to twist right now, man. I definitely I had a couple I played with a couple roaches this morning and messed around and wrote 5 songs.
I saw you on Twitter, man.
Yeah, I wrote 5 songs in the shower. I was on it today, man. I've been bottled, man. I needed that. But
that's how I do. Yep.
Yeah, they just you've been bottled up for a couple of weeks and all of a sudden it just all comes out at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you want to do the intros though? You know you always do the perfect intros, man.
Only for you, Pitchfork.
I appreciate you, man. My brother.
I want to welcome everybody. This is GRYSKLL. We got Pandamonium in the building. We discussing Baggage Claim, new single by One to Dial, featuring myself. And yeah, welcome. Let's get it in.
Let's go, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. You always do that so well, man. I want to get down.
Gassing me up.
No bull, man. I trip over my words and all that when I do, man. You do perfect intros, bro, for real. But yeah, man, we're happy to have you, Pandamonium, man. It means a lot, man. We see you all over Facebook and the gram, especially on Facebook, man. I mean, it's like you're the hardest man to keep up with on Facebook, to be honest, because you're putting out so much stuff. I'm like, how does he find the time to do all this? Where does it come from? I mean, do you make beats for a living, or how does that work?
It's pretty much, I wouldn't say for a living, but it's an additional income, shall we say? Yeah, but I tend to work quick, I suppose. Yeah.
Where?
Sorry, but as I was mentioning earlier, prior to coming on here, I'm always creating. It is literally like a bug to me. Ask the missus upstairs. You know, she'll tell me. When I'm not tending to the family or anything like that, I'm always banging it out.
So where are you physically located?
Play a city called Exeter in Devon, UK.
Exeter.
Yeah.
Exeter.
Yeah.
Is it a pop?
That sounds cool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that.
Is there a big hip hop audience there? Because I just seem to get a lot of love from, UK and other places, and it's not the same as here. So I'm wondering how Exeter is.
The Exeter as a city, yeah. I mean, there are loads of hip hop heads out here in Exeter. I wouldn't say there's a buzzing scene as such. I mean, you've got some decent nights going on out here. One Line Sound, down at the Angel, places like that, the Phoenix. So they have like the odd nights that pop off down there. There's quite a few artists. Like Free Minds. I'm not sure. Well, they haven't disbanded, but they're doing solo stuff at the moment. But yeah, Free Minds crew and people like that. So yeah, there's people buzzing down there. I mean, UK in general, obviously, it's hip hop's massive over here now. I mean, it has been for quite some time, obviously, and UK essentially, as I'm not sure how, you know, you see it out there, but, you know, it's almost kind of like carved its own lane in a sense, you know. But that's the thing, like with me, because I always try to, you know, be UK hip hop and try and work with people overseas as well, you know, try and keep it as universal as possible, you know.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
Good hustle.
Yeah,
You do
man, I'm down to work with whoever, so long as you don't, even if I don't understand what you're spitting, you could be Chinese, German, I might understand what you're saying, but if it sounds dope, you know, and you're not being, you know, then yeah, I'm down to work, you know. Yeah.
How long has you been sitting on the Baggage Claim beat? Or how long, how old is that?
Oh, damn. That's been a while, that one. I think. How long do you reckon now, She? Because yeah, I'd say at least a good half a year at least.
I about to say, I think probably about 6 months at least when I heard it.
Yeah, I'd say about that. Yeah, but then there's so many different things being cooked at once. You know, you lose track of, you know, time frame wise. In fact, sometimes I'll send a beat to someone, and you know, I'll get it back however so long late, and I've done so much in between that, like, you know, I haven't heard the beat in so long, it's like a brand new beat to me, and I'm like, oh, what? I made that.
That's good.
Have a beat come back.
And yeah, once you get those vocals and it completes it, you know, you get busy, and yeah, man.
Do you ever have times when the beat comes back to you and you don't realize, you don't remember making it? Like you have trouble remembering that it was actually you that made the beat?
No, well, once I hear the beat, it all comes flooding back.
Yeah.
So no, I never get that. But there's times where I'll get like vocals back, and like, you know, I'll see the email and you'll see the file names, you know, so and so vocals.
Okay, yeah.
And then you'll see the name of the beat, and I'll be like, I don't know what beat that is. So then I have to like search it, bring it up, and then it's that beat. Oh, okay, yeah, and then
Okay.
That's a good problem to have, though, especially when you're consistently putting out bangers.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I didn't think I'd be in this kind of position like that creatively. You know, I remember when I first kind of started out, and you know, the output was moderate, and then it's just, you know, over the years, it's just kind of, you know, snowballed, I suppose, you know, and you get used to it. I don't know. I'm the most unorganized producer out there, though. I think I've got to say that.
I give you a run for your money on that for sure.
All over the shop.
I will give you a run for your money. Trust me.
Let me show you my computer. You might change your mind on that.
Well, I'm spread amongst about 3 or 4 different computers. I don't know. We'll see. I'm struggling to find a baseline from an old computer for a session that I have on this computer. So yeah, I'm all over the place right now.
If I end up with a situation where an MC's taking so long to take the send vocals back that I can't find the original beat, I'll just offer to make a new one. I can't find it anymore. It's too long ago. I'll make a new one.
Yeah.
I think that's him telling me I need to get busy on some of these joints I have for about 2 years now. You could have called me on the side with that one, man.
No, man. No. It happens.
I'm joking.
It's part and parcel. You ask any producer out there, you know, there's people that, and I'm, you know, there's a lot of people that take a certain amount of time getting vocals back, and they're really can be apologetic or whatnot. And I'm like, there's no need to apologize. It is what it is. It's creativity at the end of the day, you know. It happens when it happens.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
That's how the
and
best.
I've always got enough to keep me busy, you know, in between times. So yeah.
And I try to cop your joints and like when they come out, even if I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them, you know, I try to be first in line whenever possible, especially when I hear something that I know eventually will manifest into something. So I'm like that with a lot of people that and I guess I never thought about it from the other end. But yeah, like, you know, I'll grab it. Like
it's appreciated, bro. And you know what? You're one of my favorite customers, I've got to say.
I appreciate that. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a pleasure.
But I'll
also say
it's strange, really, how I've had conversations with you about this before, Sheed, haven't we? Where like I feel because we have, you know, if you want to call it a business relationship, so to speak, in that sense, you know, it's like there's still, you know, there's still room for, you know, just open 50-50 collaborations as well, you know, like, you know, I mean, you know, you've jumped on some joints, you know, I mean, the drop cipher, you know, things like that, you know. So, and I'm always down to, you know, especially when it comes to actually putting stuff out, you know, I'll always come with something extra, like a cheeky extra remix or something, just to be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have zero complaints about anything that you've done or offered to me. You know what I mean? And I think a part of the business relationship is that, you know, it should be mutually beneficial. You know what I mean? So I have zero complaints. Like I said, man, if you ever have something you're like, dang, yo, I could use a verse, yo, I would love to throw a verse your way. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's always gonna be love. It's always gonna be whatever, man, because I feel like you've always given me way more than I've expected when it was all said and done. So, you know, it's that goes both ways, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
It's beautiful.
Real spill.
I mean, so we got some background on the beat, sounds like, through that. What's up, Malcolm? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's going on?
Handsome Rock. Handsome Rock. What's happening?
What's going on?
What's good with you, fam?
Chilling,
Cookbook
man.
come back to talk about the hair, man. We need to see what Cookbook's gonna say about the hair this time. Remember last time he was loving the waves?
Right.
What's up, man? It's good to see you, though, bro. Yo, so we talked about the beat and how the beat came about. We want to get into how the song came about. Like, when did you know this was the beat for the song before we get back to the origin of the song itself?
Yo, the funny thing is, Kareem and I actually had picked another beat, like, I don't know, probably 3-4 months ago. And like, you know, with the holidays kind of coming up and everything else happening, you know, it kind of backburnered. And at the time, like, you know, Pandamonium and I were kind of going through beats. And I'm like, oh man, I'll take that. Give me 2 of those. So like Kareem and I touched base a couple weeks ago. And it was like, you know, yeah, we haven't forgot. So I started going back to the beats to find the one we had agreed to and came across this one. I was like, I'm not even going to tell him I'm switching the beat. I'm going to just record my verse and send it to him and see if he comes back like, yo, that's not the beat we agreed to, or if he just rocks with it. You know what I mean? Like, because it, like when I heard this one with Baggage's claim in mind, I was like, oh yeah, this is the one. So I'm gonna just record it, send it to him. And like he came back, he's like, yo, I have my verse to you tomorrow. I was like, bet. So yeah, it actually, you know, it wasn't the original beat. We kind of found it by quote unquote accident, if you will.
That's the first time hearing that story as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hilarious, man.
It was,
I love hearing stories like what beat. I'm interested. What? Oh no, we'll have that conversation.
And the funny thing,
I'm curious as to what the other beat was. So.
Me too.
It was She New Heat #3 from like sometime in late 2021 or early 2022. So it was the original one was in a batch of beats from at least a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, like I said, we heard it. We was like, yeah, that one will work. And then like, you know, life kind of happened.
With a C? Wasn't it called something with a C in the title, like a crystallum, or it had a weird name?
It may have been. All I remember is we exchanged a message and we was both like, yo, I was thinking about like beat number, like She New Heat #3. It probably does have a title after it. I just never pay attention to those. Like I'm always like,
they're normally numbered with
because I put them.
Yeah.
I have them in folders by when I got them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
this normally, I go by date as well now. make so many. I can't think of any more random names to name beats anymore.
Right.
They're just numbered.
It's get like me, start naming them after whatever your wife said to you that day. My wife told me to hurry up. Wife said, hurry up. Wife gave me the finger. Wife gave me the finger. I literally have beats with those names. So yeah.
I got one called Peanut Butter and Ganja because of that. She said I came upstairs
I saw that one.
and ganja.
Interesting.
That's hilarious, man. But so y'all picked the beat after you guys already had the concept. Then you guys, I remember hearing you guys talk about the concept when you first came up with. I forgot who told me about it first. If it was Sheed or Kareem. Which you remember how you guys came up with the concept of like that part of the backstory?
We were just talking. I don't know. It seems like the way I remember it, we were just talking and having like, one of those conversations. And I think it kind of hit us like, like our baggage from relationship, it affects you when you move on. It affects how you move. And I don't really remember the exact moment, but it seemed like it was kind of like we were just talking and it was like, like baggage claim.
Wait, did y'all have the song already after you had the first beat? Did you write baggage claim to the first one you thought you were gonna use, and y'all applied it to this one, or you heard this one and then came up with baggage claim?
Wrote it to this one.
Yeah, I wrote it
to this one.
Yeah, but they came up with
like literally, like that song was done in 2 days. Like I heard the beat, I wrote the first verse, I sent it to Kareem. He was like, I'm gonna have my verse to you tomorrow. The next day he sent me his verse, and then I was like, my wife's birthday is the 15th, Valentine's Day is the 14th. I was like, I'm gonna add a verse on to the end just to kind of show the flip side, like, and then like it'll be somewhat of a ode to her, but still kind of that anti-Valentine's Day kind of feel to it. So I got his verse back and wrote the third verse, and then sent them to Panda. That like literally like 2 days.
And then
I got to compliment you.
I added the perfect Tannoy voice to end it off with, which I won't say any more about.
Oh, the crooning.
What's up, Q? Peace. Good evening. Well, it's morning. I'm so used to saying evening.
What up, Q?
What up?
But you know what? What's up, Q? How you doing, bro?
I'm all right. I'm tired as hell.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that. You up working last night?
Nah, it's for Saturday, it's early for me. Or for any day, it's early for me. But yeah, for Saturday specific.
Can I just quickly show appreciation to all of you for accommodating this time and day because of my UK butt?
Oh no, it's all good, man. It's on there.
Yeah, for sure.
It saved me having to be up at 1 a.m, I think, or something. So
Except the monotony, man. It definitely gives us a different time of day. We get to see each other at a different time of day too. I think it's kind of dope to see the fellas this early in the morning.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah.
Man, I had last
Appreciate
night, and I'm not used to that. Because I was doing these shirts. Well, you trying to, but he had other orders, so it's like he's trying to show me how to do it, and in between trying to fulfill his order. So I was out late last night for me. Like 12 after 12 is late for me, man. So
yeah. Oh, 12's late for me, bro. Yeah.
Yo, let's see the shirt, man. Can we see it?
Oh, this is like, let's see. Let me grab. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I was hoping you had some because I plan to grab one today. So I'm glad to know you got some, yo.
Those are so dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but
Yes, we can, man.
Yeah, I can see it very good.
That's heat. How close are we to being able to buy them when we want them, man?
Huh?
How close are we to being able to buy them now? Are we getting closer? A lot closer?
A lot closer. I do have a few for sale, but I gotta.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got you.
I plan to leave with one today, so hopefully you got something between the medium and the large. I plan to leave with one of them bad boys today.
Yes, sir. I got you, man. I got you.
Carolina's a tank away from me, a tank of gas away from me too, Sheed. So you might want to grab 2 just in case.
All right.
I'm surprised.
I'm gonna wear them both though, so you. I see you a pre-warned on.
That makes me a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Well, me and Kareem are both sign it though. How about that? I'm gonna sign my man's shirt.
That'll work. It'll be a baggage claim edition.
Word.
Now, see, we could do we could do a couple baggage claim shirts like on the transfer real quick.
Oh, yo, man. So I told you I was gonna politic with you when I got there, but I actually intended to have some baggage claim shirts today, and like this week was just so crazy. I didn't get a chance to do them, but my goal was to have some today for the video. But so we could definitely.
We might be able to, if we got a couple shirts at the shop, do one, and Pandamonium gotta get your size and everything too, so we can get you squared away.
Oh man, I'd appreciate that. Oh, it's funny actually. I was literally thinking earlier today. I've got to cop me some GRYSKLL merch, man, soon.
Wow.
I think I was peeping out one of T-Bear's videos earlier on this morning, and it was the bucket hat he had on was fly as hell, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy one of those.
Shout out T-Bear 183, the best DJ in the land.
Oh, so y'all just said let the cat out the bag now. You said you're on the road. Where you headed? You're going from North Carolina to where?
Man, I'm headed down to the homie Kareem's, man. We about the latest capture this footage for the video, man. About to shoot a video for this joint today.
Yes, sir.
That is so dope. Y'all have done a video together since.
I love it.
That?
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
We haven't had a video with 2 GRYSKLL members in the same place since the first one, since Butterscotch Linens.
Butterscotch Linens, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big.
And the funny thing, we were supposed to link a couple months ago, and like every single thing that could have went wrong as far as travel, like cars was acting up, whatever. So it just didn't happen. So I'm glad this kind of came about the way it did, and then we were both available today to make it happen. So it lined up like it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Support.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what you guys do, man. I don't know. I don't want to ask too much or say too much. So I really leave it up to y'all to say.
What about the song?
Like what
about the song?
Yeah, well, what they're getting into today. Any you guys want to share?
Oh, okay.
Detail surprises from here.
Into?
Huh?
We're gonna commune as members of this hip hop society. We're gonna commune. We're gonna document it with video, and we're gonna have fun. We ain't stressing. I'm not Spike Lee or Scorsese. We're gonna have fun. The song is done. The song is dope. If you got ears, you can tell the song is dope. We're gonna have fun with this video, man.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, when we talked about it, like it was literally like, yo, so what we gonna do? He's like, yo, we figure it out as we go. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, like I wanted to like two dudes that was having fun doing what they do. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, to Kareem's point, I'm not Spike Lee. Have zero intentions of being Spike Lee. I'm just a dude trying to express my love for this music.
Yeah, you guys you might not be Spike Lee, but you definitely Steve McQueen or something. I mean, you guys write movies and shit,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hearing how you just said you constructed the end of the song, that's what makes me love that song a lot, because I saw it going in a different direction. Like it was going on the baggage claim, but then you brought it back home to where it was a couple going home. You dig what I'm saying? That's crazy, because you saying that really, I see the structure of the song. I was rooting for that, but I was inside rooting for it. So when you said that, I was like, damn, that's exactly how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally. So yeah, well done, she. Well done, Kareem. Well done, Pandamonium.
It's funny, that's exactly what I was thinking when I first heard those vocals. Exactly what I was thinking. I was listening to it and I thought it was, you know, the direction it was going. Especially you said I want to drop it on Valentine's Day, and I was listening to the direction it was going. I was like, what am I missing? And then when it gets, without giving too much away, and then when it gets to the end, I'm like, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, if we're gonna call a spade, initially, like initially again, it was just gonna be the first 2 verses. Like, and there was still a Valentine's Day release on some Fit and Carcass Collector stuff. But
but it would have been a gift to yourself on Valentine's Day. You know how you sometimes get like a remote control, you know what I'm saying, can holder, you know, I'm like, you don't want it, it's really mine, thanks, baby. You know, but you gave her the gift. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hip hop needs to be. That's what we need to do a lot more in GRYSKLL, honestly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like having Pandamonium, we had Aida on earlier this week, and it was like the first female before we knew it. It was like we had females, but she was holding her own, and it kind of made that persona like, man, we can make more songs geared toward, you know what I'm saying? You gotta demean the wives and the girlfriends and things of that nature. So yeah, man, shit, can't wait to bump that shit. Yeah.
Are y'all with us playing it on here? You guys gonna? Is it a surprise for Tuesday? No hard feelings one way or another, man. How y'all feel? I didn't even think to ask y'all beforehand. Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you can. I'd like, go ahead and rock it, man. I mean, it's for the people. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. The only thing special about Tuesday is it becomes official at that time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, Kareem, unless you feel different, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't mind letting it ride.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Shit, I need to hear it again so I can try to memorize these lyrics if I get the Kareem.
Yeah, you got, yeah. After it dropped, can't put the cereal back in the box, man.
After it dropped, you can't put the cereal back in the box.
Back in the box, right. For sure.
Hey, yo, Kareem, remember that discussion we was having?
First time it's all about working to get back. Keep it a secret, yo. Cheaper to keep it, bro. Second time around, it's all about the baggage.
I'm waiting for my hard shell luggage at the baggage claim.
First time it's all about working to get back. Keep it a secret, yo. Cheaper to keep it, bro. Second time around, it's all about the baggage.
I'm waiting for my hard shell luggage. Stand firm, who me? What man do is the thing that man be. Try to slam me, frame me as some old man be pamby. It's kinda handy, hard like rock candy. I'm Randy, savage. I wanna ravage the cabbage. Am I built for all the weight added from the baggage? The way they pack it was more than clear. Perhaps they stressed the straps in hopes the bag might collapse. Plastic or paper. My neighbor tried to console, but he wasn't equipped to mend the rip or the hole. Now I'm embarrassed, can feel the pain in my soul. The eggshell cracked, so now this chick wanna scold me? Act so boldly, solely on the premise to fold me. Even told me goal was to hold me like a goalie. It's shocking, the club rocking, trying to get it popping, but the thoughts is jocking, acting like the old line blocking. Watching, hard to clock like a T.O. stopping. Might try I'm on for size, but no, I'm only window shopping. It's a shame, the games we play are rather lame. I'ma wait for my hard shell luggage at the baggage claim.
Gun to my head, knife to my throat. I say I don't. Falling in love was like sinking in mud. I passed quicker than the sand in the hourglass. She was looking for the bag, all I had was a wallet. And my soul, I gave up the wallet, the paper that folds. Comparing me, find that broken mold. Her influence never turned up gold or brown. Louis V, Samsonite, carry on with a tag, my property. Why is TSA stopping me? I'll go shopping when the plane land, like Big L and his main man. Ooh, baby, I'm not crazy, it's hot in June. If I never see you again, it'll be too soon. Keep it a secret, yo, cheaper to keep it, bro.
The damage is done, spending time examining the magnitude. Trying not to be overly rude with my attitude. Gratitude, child, please, you need to stop. After the drop, you can't put all the cereal back in the box. I run the vacuum to clean the room. I do a dance, listening to cleaning tunes. As time advance, the Mayflowers start to bloom. I take a chance. Does time really heal the wounds?
No.
Can you find what you're searching for in the mall? Checking all the bags inside the coat store. Get the folklore. I'm not the type to rock a fanny pack. Heard I rap, hit me with the backpack with shoulder straps. I must admit, I was taken back. Matter of fact, surprised she would meet me where the boy was at. Super clever, told me she down to travel whenever. Let's toss them old bags and pack this new bag together.
Many bags look alike. Please check your bag to ensure you're picking up the correct one. Have a great day, and thank you for choosing the correct one.
First time it's all about working your bag. Keep it a secret, yo. Cheaper to keep it, bro. Second time around, it's all about the baggage.
I'm waiting for my hard shell luggage at the baggage claim.
First time it's all about working your bag. Keep it a secret, yo. Cheaper to keep it, bro. Second time around, it's all about the baggage.
I'm waiting for my hard shell luggage at the baggage claim. Baggage claim.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was telling Kareem that why is TSA lines, why is TSA stopping me line? Yeah, that line sent me into a fit because without going into the details, man, it stirred up an experience. Like, you know, where it's like, yo, I have, regardless of how much I've done, I have zero power in this entire structure. And it was, so like to hear that, it sent me on a memory that was kind of good to think about and process, but like, yeah, that line meant something to me, yo.
I see.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, man.
Perhaps will it give you patience next time? Oh, my bad, Kareem.
Nah. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. You got it.
No, go ahead. I'll get back to it.
Nah, I was just saying that, you know, I can relate. Like, I know what she is referring to, and I've been through it. And it's like using the bag as a metaphor. Like the nerve of you to search my bag, yo, the nerve of you. Like, you know, I ain't got nothing but good things in this bag, yo. And what you looking for? A dope? You looking for a bomb? What you looking for? Like, so I get it.
I love just the pipe in there. So I love how you express that in the rhyme as well. You know, it's, you know, it's hard to explain. You know, you can feel it. You know,
well, he comes in under pressure because the gun is to his head. You know, that's what my question. I guess the question go to you too, Kareem. Does this song allow you to visit that place when you're in that space? Like, all right, I'm gonna be more patient. Okay, you're gonna pat me down. How long you gonna pat me down? Does this song play in your head now, Chief? You won't get as angry, or you know what I'm saying? Because that shit is evasive. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being strip search, shit.
Man, every time I go through TSA,
me,
they gotta go through my head. They literally have to go pat my hair down. That shit is ridiculous to me, man.
Pat your hair down. Are you
gotta have me
kidding me?
hold my shit all up and flick my fingers through my hair and all that shit every time I fly. It's
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys ever been to Egypt at all?
Not yet.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, man, even for myself, that was, it's checkpoint city. It's crazy experience. Yeah. Lovely place to visit, but man, it's you're getting stopped and searched it's crazy. Especially at the airports. Anyway, at the airport's crazy. Yeah.
You guys probably helped set us up for the year then, man. You know, Mizzo's talking hard about getting at least one show overseas this year, man. And he really wants to get as many people to go on this show as possible. So we might have to listen to this a few times to get our minds right before we start going through all these checkpoints and customs and all that.
That's good. Yes. Yeah.
But
good point.
It did like, so it had nothing to do with any of that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, like me and Kareem was having this discussion. If it was done right, it should provoke something in everybody, right? Regardless of whether it was what you intended or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it evokes some sort of emotion, then you kind of did your part. So
yeah, it was all completely relationship shit for me.
Yeah.
When I listen to it, it's straight up like, yeah, I get what you mean about the TSA shit.
Man, it's beautiful, man. It's work, bro. It's kind of like the joint you let me hear a couple weeks ago. You let me hear that sample of a song. You were like, what does this bring to mind for you? And I gave you like 2-3 different breakdowns for what I thought the song was saying. And
I'm outside, fam.
All right.
She was in the Matrix for a second.
Yeah, he probably missed it.
To be perfectly honest, when I got the song back myself, I had to sit and listen to it like the rough reference version. I had to sit and listen to it for about a good day at least, just to proper, like you say, because you get a couple of things from it. But
what's up, baby? Yes, sir.
So long.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow!
Yes, sir.
It's live and direct. It's a moment.
Okay. All right, right here for a second. We head on over.
Oh, bless.
All right, what was that? I'm gonna put him on mute so you can finish that up, Panda.
Oh no, sorry. No, well, yeah, I was just saying, yeah. So I had to sit on it for about just listen to it over and over for about a good day or so, and then even the day I went to make it, I had some ideas because not necessarily like with regards to structure, but like any kind of like the scratches and things like that, and especially like right at the end. When she finishes and there was like the way that my beat was structured as well,
something shy,
and I was like, I've got like a gap. I feel like there was a gap to fill here, and I was looking for the perfect thing to kind of fill it without, I don't know, it was hard to explain. So yeah, basically the thought process behind putting all the little extra bits in, it took me some time. That was most of the time making it was just sat there thinking. And then the actual applying was, doesn't take hardly any time at all.
Easy part. Did Jada come to mind for you immediately? Like, did you already know you were going to take that Jada piece, or did it take you a while to figure that piece out?
Actually, no. This was what I love about you, Steve, is she had already come with the vocals, and so the Jada line and the again, sorry, my mind's gone blimmin' blank now. Help me out, Is he there or is he gone?
Oh, we just lost him.
There was
Jada and Fonte.
The Jada line and the other one was Sheed's idea. You gave me like the rough kind of idea of how you wanted it chopped. I just went ahead and took the same file and chopped it myself. But I needed something else to kind of fit on the end as well, and I scoured all sorts of hackers, and I struggled to find anything, and I was like, I'm gonna just somebody I just kept hearing it in my head. I was like, I'm just gonna use that segment that she says, the heart-shelled luggage at the baggage claim. For some reason that just felt like it fitted in on the end, so I was like, I'm just gonna take that, and I didn't bother with any additional hackers. I just took straight from that, and I thought it felt perfect at the end there. But yeah, the majority of that scratch hook idea is all Sheed. So
that's dope.
Yeah,
it's like obviously I normally come up with my own ideas, but I love it when that happens. It gives me less to do.
That's genius, Sheed. You're on point, man. You really produced that joint away in some ways, or almost co-production in a way with that, right? Is that kind of co-production? I don't know how the paper stuff works. We don't really care about the paper stuff.
A&R did or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose if you were talking in that sense, then absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like, you know what I mean? Like, well, the Fonte piece was always in my mind. That like it was that second time around is all about the baggage claim. That was where my original thought for the song came from. So, you know, but initially, like I think Kareem was going to write the verse kind of the way he did. And my verse was going to be more like my second verse. And when I started writing, I was like, nah, yo, I got too much to say on this front to not tackle that part. You know, so I tried to do it typical Sheed fashion. What the fuck is he talking about? But you know, it like I felt like when I was done, I was like, all right, word. I feel like I got that off. I'm good. And then I was like, again, you know, maybe I should still do this other verse too. So
it's like you did it at the same time when you handed the files over and whatnot. You were like, you know, here's the idea. But you know, ultimately, you did hold. You know, you handed me ultimate, you know, creativity. You know,
yeah.
You said, you know, feel to do like what you want to do with it, and you know, I could have, you know, I could have split the verses up and put a hook in between them and things like that. But I felt like, yeah, the way that you sent it over, where pardon me, where it's your you know, verse first and then then Korea, it's the way it was there already. I was like, no, I don't want to disrupt this. Let's keep this like this, because it did originally, like you said, there was the intro bit, the remember that discussion we was having, and it originally went in straight into the vocals, didn't it? But you know what I'm like, I like to stretch a joint out a bit.
Yeah, and I mean,
the
you know,
hook in
from
to kick it off, you know, and then sandwich it, so to speak, you know.
From the stuff we've done, like you said, I was like, yo, I trust you, fam. So here's my idea, but you know, put the panda sauce on it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I love that. I love that.
The panda sauce.
That sounds a little disturbing, but
I was trying not to say that part. I wasn't gonna go there.
Hey, yo, look, I'm man enough to say panda sauce and not have it feel any type of way. Yo. I mean, now if I wanted to take it somewhere, I'd say I had enough panda sauce on me, but I won't go. But like, and then at the end, like what you use the language from like the airport at the baggage claim. Actually, I thought that was brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Like to hear that, I was like, yo,
yeah. And like I said, there was that when I was saying that when you had to, you know, when you was with your kids and whatnot a minute ago, I was saying that there was that little that segment between when your verse finished and the way that my beat's structured, you know, before it goes into the next, you know, the next hit. It was like a little like gap there, and I was like, I could leave it instrument, you know, kind of in, you know, I don't know, mess with the beat a bit or something, go instrumental a bit. But I felt like it needed, you know, kind of something in there to kind of, I don't know, finish it off before we went into the hook again. And
that was perfect.
Again, sat there for ages and ages thinking of what to do, and I ended up stumbling across the tannoy voice and obviously messed with it a bit. So
no, that was brilliant. When I heard that, I was like, yo. And I will say on Bandcamp, well, I don't know, because we might just hold it for the project, but I will say there are officially 2 versions of this song that exist already too, because you know when the final was delivered, a remix was delivered as well. So you know we got the version that everybody's heard at this point, and then there's another version that I guess Kareem, Panda, and I have heard, which is equally dope. So.
I love it, man.
Gives it another flavor, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's so dope. I'm impressed.
Support.
You know, one other thing I had to say something about too is those drums at the end, Panda. Not even just the drums, the way you broke the beat down at the end and you played with it, just hearing how intricate your drum patterns were and how loose and free they were, and the same with your chop patterns. I heard how loose you got, man. You really let it go at the end, man. That was really dope, bro. As a nice way to showcase your chopping skills and your drum skills, man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like to get busy on the end of a joint like that if I can. You know, try and keep it as interesting as possible, I suppose. You know, but yeah.
That's one of the things I love about kind of working with you. Like even on all year, like, you know, at the end you added the Nas sample, and then kind of jazzed the last pieces that up. And that was another one. It was like, yo, here's the idea. You know what I mean? Just do what you want to do with it. You came back with, you know, everything I could have imagined and more. So
thank you, bro. Do you know, if I remember rightly, when I first got the vocals back for that joint, that it was that Nas sample that it just sprung straight to mind for some reason. I heard it just in that wherever I fitted it. I can't remember now, but yeah, you know, it was the first thing I thought of. So yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, Sheed and Kareem, since y'all are in the same room, I think we're getting a little bit of a
feedback.
Yeah.
So just when one of you's talking, the other one got a mute, I think.
Yeah.
And getting a little feedback. Wait a minute, pause, son.
What's up, bro? Happy Saturday, man. How you doing?
Man, good. I'm really only in and out. I'm supposed to be doing this damn project in the kitchen, so I'm behind schedule like a Mickey Ficky too.
What's up, T-Bear?
What's good, man?
Vicky.
Danny Pan, man. You know, me and Panda go way, 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 way back.
Yeah.
Digital Vertigo days. We go back to shit, man. We're early 2000s.
That was back when I first found the internet. When I was living back, I was living with my parents at the time then. that was some time ago. Yeah.
Around 2000,
man, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The old message boards.
Back in the dial-up days, put it that way.
Wow. Have y'all ever worked together on anything?
Not like that.
Not directly. No, we need to get you doing some cuts on something if you'd be up for that. Definitely.
Man, I'm always here.
That's dope.
For some reason, my autopilot is I always do my own cuts, don't I? And then, you know, so I need to start letting some other, you know, talented mother lovers like yourself loose on the scratches.
Yeah.
He said,
I think the most, man, probably about the most collaborations. I don't even know if we've even done it together, but shoot, when we used to do stuff way back then, you'll put the call out and say, look, I need some drops. Have people send in drops and stuff for different mixes and things.
That's right.
And then we had the diss battle. That was fun.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's going back. That is, man.
Yeah.
Wow, we need to dig out those files. They were hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta find them. I think I still got, but I wasn't against you. Who would I go against? I know I went against Richter and
Mowgli.
But yeah, it was a lot of different stuff in there.
I think I chucked a Jungle Book reference in there or something, if I remember rightly.
You might have.
Yeah.
You a DJ battle, T-Bear?
Man, it wasn't quite. You could have made it a DJ battle, but it was just an all-out diss battle. So I know I was just pulling like samples, like your mama samples and your prior jokes and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just stuff to do for fun, man. You know, it was a forum of DJs all over the world.
Yeah. Man, I totally forgot about that until you mentioned then. That's took me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yo, from across the pond too. That's a big deal. Pandamonium, you said that hip hop is really still like hitting over there? When you say hip hop, you mean like boom bap, like the type of hip hop we love hip hop for the most part, or is it as much of the commercial stuff that, like, I don't know how much of the commercial stuff from over here that you guys get. Did they listen to that over there too?
Yeah, there's a lot of boom bap going on in the UK. Still, definitely a lot of boom bap. And when I say boom bap, you know, there's all different kinds of styles, obviously, but yeah, essentially that kind of, you know, that head nod at the you know, the underground-ish is, yeah, there's loads of it in this country still. The way that, because it's funny, you know, when you're on social media, and like, you know, I can see some people over in the States who maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're getting littered with the commercial stuff, and then they look at the UK stuff, and you know, obviously from the UK we love them, and they're like, you know, get onto this UK stuff because there's nothing popping over here. You know, that's when I pipe up and I'm like, you know, thank you, but there, you know, if you look, there's enough-ish still popping over in the States, you know, and vice versa, you know. So no matter what country I suppose you're in, if you look hard enough, there's tons of us out there still representing the, you know, that real hip hop, or, you know, boom bap, and yeah, that kind of sound, you know.
Yeah. Do you hear the over here a lot of times from people that love the type of music that a lot of us like? You hear a lot of people complain about there not being enough of our type of hip hop. Do you hear those complaints over there, or are you guys very happy with where the state of hip hop as it stands over there?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm sporadic on social media anyway, so I don't really tend to get involved in too many conversations like that. But I suppose going by, you know, posts I see and things like that, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, people here in the UK are still obviously feeling what's going on in the US. But it just, for some reason, yeah, UK hip hop seems to be its own genre now. Almost. There's like, you know, no disrespect to that whatsoever, but to me, it's all just hip hop, you know. Whether it's popping here in the UK or over in the States, Cambodia, Egypt, you know, Japan, wherever.
Yeah,
you know, hip hop, you know. So all dope hip hop. There's always dope. There's always going to be, no matter where you're from, dope hip hop and whack hip hop and in between.
Yeah,
you know.
If you had to pick some for people from over there in your neck of the woods to expose us to it or turn us on to, who would you put us up on?
Where would I start? I mean, a lot of the. I mean, I can name a lot of heads that I've been working with, but I mean, you know, a High Focus is obviously one of the most go-to, I would say, like, labels over here. You know, a lot of artists from that camp, and then like Revolve Records as well. They're represented with a lot of dope artists at the moment. And yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, one thing I remember speaking with somebody before this interview, or this live stream, and saying about, like, I don't know, like name dropping in a sense, and I was like, I'm scared to leave anyone out. If I start naming names and I leave someone out, yeah, you know, I suppose that's why it's probably safer to name the labels, you know. So like High Focus.
Yeah, that was a good move.
That was dope.
You know,
very good move. Yeah.
There's enough talent popping up over it. A good way actually of finding out, I will say, would be, I don't know if you've heard of the 521 YouTube channel from that's the rapper Blade. You know, Blade in the UK, he's behind this platform, and so if you want to know what's popping off in the UK, you head onto that channel. That will tell you exactly who to look for. Absolutely. It's 05.21 official, I think it will be on YouTube search.
I have a question. I know there's probably, like, it's not popping at all, but is Pete and Boss, are they like a personality? Like, do they actually have a following in the UK? It's two old dudes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I'm aware of who you're on about. I as far as from what I can see on social media, They do. They have a massive following. I mean,
I know they do on social media. I was just wondering if they had anything outside of it.
It's not something I'm up on personally myself, but yeah, I've seen. Yeah, they seem to have. Yeah,
they're like one of my favorite groups to listen to these days.
really, you know, it's one of those. I'm strange. Like, I'm a strange dude, basically, in the sense that I'm always, like I said earlier on the thing, because I'm always creating. I very rarely get a chance to listen. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot I do. There's a lot I I catch up on and listen to, but there's a lot that goes under my radar as well. So you've reminded me. I'll pop that on the list. Actually, I just still need to check that. So
yeah, they're funny, but you know, I like what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's two white guys that.
Yeah, I like that. I like things with a sense of humor myself. So that looks like something I could get down with. So
yeah. I can relate on the not really getting to listen to stuff. Like I actually had to take a couple of weeks to not do any creating and just listen to music again because I got way behind.
Yeah.
So I've been spending the past couple of weeks just listening and trying to catch up because I don't like because I also listen to albums in the order that I add them to my library. So yeah.
You've got to do that though. Sometimes I sometimes have to force myself to take a break. You know, you end up getting a bit too. Creating, don't you? You need to take that break.
I made myself a creative playlist, so it's a bunch of songs that add to my creativity, but they're the same songs all the time. I just go back to them like a good amount of them.
Do you ever add to it?
Maybe do you ever add to it? Not too much because it's very strong. Probably things you probably never heard of, or probably have. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Dane. I don't know if you remember a cut from Breaking, 99 and a half won't do. You remember Breaking the movie?
Yeah.
Watched it a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, there's a song on there where she's saying 99 and a half won't do. I gotta have all of your love. You know what I'm saying? But
I probably had that tape somewhere around here.
Man, that's a powerful song. That's number one on my playlist, but it adds motivation and shit. But that's the sad. I wanted to ask you, Pandamonium, the people, when I'm listening to UK rap, it's like they're very they're into their thing now where their slang is, I don't know what the slang means, but I know what trainers are. I know you can catch the trainer by watching Top Boy and stuff like that. I just learned about the two dudes that was in Top Boy. You know what I'm saying? They had it like a hip hop or. So my question is, what about people that just do nothing? You ever heard of that? MC Grinder and
yeah.
I think do shows like that. They bridge. Do they bridge or do they do damage to like the you know what I'm saying, how we should look at UK hip hop. Like they came across as being goofy or just falling ass backwards into music, but he still had a love for it. Grinder did, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
That's it's an interesting question. I mean that people that just do, I've watched a little bit of it. I suppose I've never really thought of it like that. I mean, to me, it's always been more of a comedy sketch. Do you know what I mean? More than anything. So I suppose I didn't think of it from that perspective. You know how like like how you guys could be watching something like that and perceive that to be like,
right.
Oh, that's I see where you come from.
But they did actually drop some songs though. They dropped some songs.
Oh, that I mean, I've not followed them like that myself, so I don't know.
Okay.
But wow, I'm gonna have to look that up actually if they dropped some because I can't comment. I mean, it might be whack. I don't know, but I don't know.
But
I think it started off as a comedy sketch show, didn't it? So.
As comedy sketch, yep. But it was just one of those things, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, interesting questions. Like I said, I've never thought of that perspective before. You know, so
no doubt.
I was like 15 or so minutes late, so you probably already covered this. But did we get a proper intro to who Pandamonium is, like background, history, etc.?
Yeah.
All right.
Great question, Q.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Oh,
I
wait,
mean, in a nutshell, I suppose, I started off DJing. That was what I first did back when I was about 12 years old. That was when because back then I lived in a small fishing village called Polperro in Cornwall, down here in UK. So it's like proper in the you know, I suppose what you would say in the sticks, so to speak. You know. So yeah, down there I got the first pair of turntables from my mum and dad when I was about 12 years old. And yeah, it was just kind of DJing. I progressed on to battle DJing, like doing turntable stuff, entering DMC battles. Made it through to a couple of UK finals, and then kind of progressed from that into the production. So I've been doing the production predominantly now for, I've not even thought about it how long now, to be honest with you. At least 10 years or so, about 12 years, something like that. 10, 12 years I've been like just predominantly producing since then, and just trying to hone the craft and work with as many dope artists as possible. Basically, just create music that I would want to hear. You know, that's essentially how it kind of started. Really, it was just, you know, making stuff that I could listen to, you know, my headphones on the way to work or something, you know, and then it progressed, you know. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell now. You know, I've worked with so many artists, predominantly I suppose would be Dizzy Dustin from Ugly Duckling. Produced his solo album last year. It's a funny one actually. I might as well technically use this to say something. Okay. There's so with that album, we've been held back on producing the physical copies of the album and so forth. And in a nutshell, with regards to that, obviously with Dizzy's name, so to speak, his doesn't go under the radar, so to speak, as much as say someone like myself, if I was to put something out myself. And so some legal issues have come up with regards to, you know, sample clearances and things like that. So he's been kind of put off having to, you know, being able to put out, you know, physical copies. So the way we're getting around that essentially now is I'm subscribing to TrackLib, so that I get all my samples basically already cleared. When it comes to release, obviously we just have to license. Yeah, I'm going to be pretty much just reproducing the whole album.
Really?
Reproducing the whole album from scratch, using all, you know, TrackLib samples, you know, so they're already pre-cleared and things like that. So that so essentially what will be put out physically would be like the deluxe version, if you will. Okay. You know, which is strange, because it's like this was saying to me the other day about, you know, getting the original version of the album out, you know, because there are some loopholes that we can try to do that. But it's like I said to him, you know, especially when we put that album out, from then to now, my sound overall sonically has come on leaps, you know, in my opinion, you know, because not necessarily we've got, you know, sonically mixing and mastering and, you know, making it sound as big and dope as possible and as clear as possible. And, you know, so this is like an opportunity, I suppose, now for me to, you know, I don't know, remake the album sonically, you know what I mean, level
sonically bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. And once we've done that and then got the, you know, the physicals out of the way and whatnot, I'm going to be doing the same TrackLib, while using TrackLib samples to remix the 40MC drop cipher, because that again was the reason for why we couldn't get a Guinness World Record, was because it was uncleared samples. So we're going to go at it again with cleared samples and the right way. So I want a world record, Mark, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be cool. cheeky little announcement right there, you know, because I've been figuring out, you know, I was saying to you know, I was saying to Charles before about me being nervous going in front of the camera video and things like that. So that's what's been putting me off, kind of like making the message, so to speak, to put out there. And I was like, you know what? I'll use this platform if that's all right with you. So so that's that's going to be a big look, because now we can eventually, you know,
that's what we're here for.
Out physically, which I've been waiting on for so long. Both me, Diz, and the fans have been waiting on for so long. You know, and it's just so happened, you know, without going into too many details, that there's been some legalities that have stopped that, unfortunately. But we've figured out a way of, you know, doing it. So yeah.
I was reading a review of that. That's where the writer was speaking from a anticipation for a while from you and Dizzy.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, yeah. It was a review, but my favorite cut on there was that Lemon and 55th.
Yes,
that's very hot. That's very hot. Well, not saying there ain't nothing else, but yeah, the way you started it, the Lemon and 55th, really like that shit, not like a motherfucker, man. Really,
thank you, man. I must admit, when I pick like kind of, I suppose, favorite tracks off that album, that's one of them. So yeah, man.
That's one of them.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's one of my personal favorites. Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah, no doubt, man.
That's right.
Man.
Yo, this is hey Q. That was a good question, man. Thank you for asking about the background. You got any more questions like that, bro? That's a damn good one, man. We almost missed that one. That was almost a drop ball.
Yeah.
Man, to be perfectly honest with you, it's I'm glad it's out of the way now. I hate talking about myself like that. I'm a bit of a, you know, like one of those dudes that are kind of what do you call it? Like imposter syndrome, you know, where
I can relate.
Yeah,
it's great. That's all the greatest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, D.
No, you go. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I'm sure all the greats can relate to that, man. I think most of the people that I know, they're exceptional, are very humble about it and don't realize how impactful they are. But yeah, from across the pond, you definitely making waves over here, man, for sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that deeply.
Yeah, for a long time. I was gonna say, like,
absolutely.
If you feel like if you can use this platform, if you do have like a message that you want to get out or something like you announcing, if you want to convey it through this platform, we can, you know what I'm saying? We can provide that. You already got an audience, and damn, an in-house audience, shit, man. Hey,
anytime you want to, definitely, Panda. Your family. I mean, you got enough joints with members of the crew that, I mean, you were automatically family before you ever came on, man. We really appreciate you, everything you've done for the members of the crew at different points, and everything you're gonna do moving forward, man.
Thank you, man. And I feel that as well, man. You know, everything's kind of like I said, snowballed over the last year or so. I think I know, probably started at around, you know, the start of the pandemic, where I met S and you know, me and S made the next EP, and then that led me on to meeting like Sheed and then you guys, and it, you know, it rolls on, and it's like now it's, you know, it's just like it's a collective network of likewise minds.
Yeah. You know, Configure spoke very highly of you too, man. Configure really loves you, man.
Yes, my brother. Yeah, that one was perfectly timed, actually, because when you posted that up and I first watched it was when I was on holiday in Egypt. So I was literally just like, you know, taking it in there and listening to what saying, and I was like,
that's dope. Wow.
Big flowers moment, definitely. So big up Configure, man. He's another guy, you know, flying the flag, so to speak, you know, UK wise, connecting with the US and vice versa. Yeah,
Both of
big
you
up,
guys
man.
are big at building bridges, man. Both you guys have really made impressions, like not just musically, but as human beings. You guys reach out as human beings to really build real, genuine connections, man. And you show love genuinely. You don't hold back and try to play the game or anything. Like it's genuine, just like, yo, you love this, I love this. Let's rock. So we really appreciate that about both of you.
That's what it's all about, man. That's just that vibing. Vibing off each other, and it just so happens that we're all good at creating shit as well. So when we vibe, we create dope shit, you know. So hope we try to anyway, don't we? So
definitely magic, man.
Right. It's
Yo,
not men of a certain age, it's men of a certain distinction. You have to change that whole algorithm and shit. So
I know somebody in the crew said League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in one of their rhymes, and I really believe it, man. We definitely league of our own. And I mean, everybody, you know, put together from across the pond here in GRYSKLL, not just GRYSKLL. We're just really fortunate to be in connection with so many elite level, but humble, amazing artists, man. People who are not slouches when it comes to the mics, to the beats, to the turntables. Zoe with the fashion now, with the t-shirts, man.
Looking slick.
And D, I'm not sleeping on that demon shirt too, man. D, I know that hoodie is dope, man. I want one of those too, man. Isn't that your design?
Oh, what this?
Yeah,
but I looked at it. It's kind of like Onyx, so I really don't even. I was like, oh shit, it kind of looks like Onyx shit. Because I was supposed to put a gap in between it. The dude messed up and shit. So there's supposed to be a gap in the smile, of course, you know what I'm saying? So once he didn't do that, we just kind of got like about 8 of them, 10 of them sitting around. A swing in the midst. But man,
it's late to do another version with that.
Yeah. But like I got the t-shirt. I gotta come out there and get some tutelage under the great Rashid. You know what I'm saying? How to run this machine, you know. But up until then, I'm kind of slowing down on the merch and stuff.
I feel that. I know we're getting close to 11:30. I know I have to pull at 11:30, but Zoe, I mean, y'all are together now. Look like y'all ready to get busy, man. Y'all got anything you want to share? Anything you want to say?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, sound like I got me on audio. Y'all lost my video, but nah, man, just you know what I'm saying. Again, bro, thank you for the track. You know, we about to popping, man.
Matrix.
Look at them, they itching.
Man,
they itching
so
to get started.
I've got ideas for everybody in the crew to you know get on something. So you know there's just nothing but more good music.
Can't wait to see what you guys come with, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm definitely excited.
How we've timed this, you know, this me coming on here with the same day that they're about to shoot the video. The timing's epic.
It's perfect, man. As a matter of fact, last time we had somebody from the UK on the show, Kareem had just finished shooting the video Forget It. So Kareem Zoe has a history of shooting videos on the days that we connect with the UK for some reason, man. It's dope. It must be a theme.
It's some cosmos.
Oh, that's crazy, man. You find the weirdest connections, yo.
That's my job, man. It just occurred to me, man. It's crazy, right?
I never thought of that. That's wild.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited to see what y'all about to do, man. I see y'all at the location, and one location. You about to get busy, man. I can't wait to see what y'all do, man. Have fun, man, and man, I wish I could be there to enjoy part of it with you, man. I can't wait to see
either.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Good. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it, Pandemonium. I appreciate all of y'all, man.
Thank you
for coming through.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the invitation to come through, and can't wait to come back again. You've broken my video camera virginity.
Hey, man, I'm glad you did it with us, man. It means a lot. Man.
Right.
We've been talking about it for a long time, man. I really appreciate you coming through, man. I think this is the perfect time. This is everything's happening exactly as it should, I think, man, with everything that's going on, man. And it really feels good, man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate Sheed for hooking and getting this, going, and for everybody being willing to jump on together, man. Thank you all, man. This doesn't work without us doing it together. And it's really working, man. It means a lot to me. So
Word.
thank you. Anybody got last words? I mean, everybody, you guys are the men of the hour. Sheed, Zoe, Panda, you guys got any last words before we shut down for the day?
If you can't put all the cereal back in the box.
I'll take that. Take that.
And I'll just do a quick. I'll do a quick plug if you don't mind. Head to djpandamonium.bandcamp.com if you want to hear something dope, because me and Costi dropped something new yesterday or the day before, with featuring Dizzy Dustin. There you go. There's that memory again. Off the cut. Off the cut. Yeah, go and peep it, please.
Yeah, that goes too, man.
Yeah.
I definitely like that joint. Yeah, that song goes, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, peace, Pandamonium, man. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate
all right,
it.
fellas. Yes, sir.
All right, yo, peace, everybody. Peace.
Yeah.
Love. Peace.